Ability points are used to purchase the abilities that determine how a character fights. The ability wheel can be opened by pushing N. Abilities come in two varieties, active and passive. Actives are the abilities on the hotbar, which are activated during combat. Passives, once equipped, are not activated. Instead, they provide the player with a variety of effects, from modifying actives to cause additional damage, to providing the player with immunities and buffs. Each segment of the ability wheel contains 7 abilities. These abilities have an escalating cost from top to bottom. The cost of an ability is visible beneath the ability icon. The character's available ability points are displayed in the center of the wheel. Abilities must be purchased in order. Purchasing one ability will unlock the next ability in that cell for purchase. The ability at the end of any segment is known as an elite ability. Characters may only have one elite passive and one elite active equipped at any time. Once purchased, abilities can be equipped to the bottom left bar for actives or the bottom right bar for passives. Regardless of how many abilities a player owns, they are always restricted to 7 active and 7 passive at a time.
Come in, come in. I do live for these little... The time has come to discuss your upcoming excursion to the colonies. I'm afraid it's business, not pleasure. Recently, a small island community on the New England coast dropped off the map. You can disregard the tiresome government cover-ups. There are dark forces at play. Solomon Island is a rock with infamy. In the past, it was trafficked by the Illuminati before they joined the rush to New York. You should be aware that we have history with the Illuminati. Acrimonious history. Of course, under the flag of truce, we have spat and made up. And now we are the closest of enemies. All smiles above the table and drawn knives beneath it. Illuminati are reckless and cannot be relied upon to clean up their own messes. We must find the root of whatever doom has come to Solomon Island. But let me stress that this is not a rescue operation. Should there be survivors, you cannot announce that you've been chosen to deliver anyone from evil. Joan of Arc did, and look where that got her. Our goal is the salvation of all mankind, not on a case-by-case basis. I understand that may stick in your throat, but, well, halos are fading all over town now that there is so much more at stake. Leave as soon as you can. The station master at Eldwick Underground will explain your travel arrangements. I'll be in touch. Ask questions first, shoot later.
I trust your lance lanceth true. I am but an errant foolish knight, my sword hand pierced upon the thorns of courtly love. Truly, I have courted all as if romance is my questing beast. So many maidens, draped in mysterious heraldry. The houses of Dolce, Gabbana, Dior, Gucci. My charge as Knight of the Round is to safeguard this grove from the coming darkness. For lo, ages past, the Grail Cup was brought here, aflame, with golden nectar sapped from Gaia's fertile bosom.
Sometimes you take tree hugging to a new and creepy place, John.
Yet you too feel the pull of magic, passion, even sensual to this ancient oak. That is why light and life have thrived in its great shade, blossomed, become ripe, heavy in fruit. 'Tis too much.
'Tis way, way too much.
When first I arrived, the Templars challenged my right, claiming this park was theirs alone to ward. Also that my dalliances with those ravishing twin sisters was improprieties. In both affairs, their understanding of the pursuit of beauty is so sadly wanting. Mark my speech. This is nothing less than the city's most sacred place. Only a lover could defend it.
I am so not a city girl. I grew up near the Yorkshire Moors, where you can just walk away from town and be in the old hills. In the smell of summer heather, the crackle of burnt cut grass. Everything is magic still. Okay, so John's a bit of a lech. He keeps his hands to himself, though, more than my old classmates would have managed. They'd think courtly love was something that goes on behind the gym. John's a gentleman, a proper knight. Or he thinks he's one, and that's good enough for me. I learned to read from Arthurian literature, always hoping a knight would come questing past my window astride a white charger. Oh, short answer. This is just awesome. All my life, I believed, I knew, the world was a strange and magical place. And it really is. I haven't signed up yet. I don't want to rush into it, and it's not like I'm an automatic Templar. Templars? Templar. Just because I'm here doesn't mean that they get to say Bagsy. There's still so much I have to learn about magic. Where it came from, how to control it. Retardant foam is a nightmare to get out of your hair. Even before the fainting spells started. Wow, spells, that's a good one. Even before those, back when I was halfway to normal, I would hear voices. Just one voice, really, but in different places. In the rustling of the corn, the waves on the coast, the wind off the moors.
Indeed. 'Tis a storied cast of players who inhabit these Eldwick grounds. Fairy Ken, Knight's true mighty sorceress. Perhaps the ages have not changed so much. And the temptresses. Such temptresses of every hue, every color of dress. I harbored such hope that Templars and I would share in the bonds of chivalrous kinship. Our nights enlivened by the camaraderie between young minds, the vigorous debate of cardinal virtues. Alas, I have been expelled from their halls again and again, even as I protested the profundity, the genuineness of my feelings on this matter.
There are kind of laws against the way you profoundly and genuinely feel things.
I suffered them to cast doubt upon my honor and knightly lineage.
I had to suffer them casting you into the street without your clothes. That was an eyeful.
I had partaken of the pool. I could not fault their zealotry, yet their humility leaves much to be desired. 'Tis not a knight's place to impose his order upon the world. For whom do Templars rule? Themselves or the people of the land? Verily, I would pine for the counsel of my lost brothers in forgotten Camelot. Were there not so many distractions? Beautiful, beautiful distractions.
Personality test, they go on and on about change, more than panhandles on the tube.
Hello? Yes? Now, this is the Hollow Earth, Agartha. I do hope you're not here for the local service. It's running somewhat tardy. And by my watch, it's 100 years overdue at 1:15. Judging from the cut of you, you're more of a world traveller. Well, you've come to the right place. This underground realm, like the great British rail system, is the very model of efficiency. Agartha's thoroughfares sprout from the Tree of Life and connect back to the surface. Distance and time bend in here. Why, you can cross the globe in a brisk walk. Of course, it's perfectly safe. No one's entirely sure how it works. Quite bedeviled, the science boffins, but I'm assured they have their top men on it. Top men. Now, you'll need one of these. Mind your fingers. Thank you. Fascinating devices. Fortunately, there's still enough to hand out like sweets. Consider it your anchor to the hollow earth. It can return you here in a flash, proverbially and quite literally. Well then, onwards to the New England coast, what? Come along, come along. Doodle pip.